It's the number one duty of any government, national government, to save lives. And this is not exclusive from global organizations like the World Health Organization also stepping in, especially when we're dealing with global phenomenon like a global pandemic. So it's only right that we get our acts together globally and coordinate action to deal with such unprecedented times as we've seen through the pandemic. I think we used to think that issues were, were specific to communities or geographical areas, but the global pandemic has shown that it's not like that. You know, we all have to deal with certain issues at a certain time. And I think in principle it is worth having an organisation like the WHO, because wherever you are in the world, you have pretty much the same needs nowadays. And we need a coordinated approach to deal with global problems. And if anything, the pandemic has shown all that.
So you think whether or not I leave my house should be dictated by the World Health Organization currently in Geneva?
No, what I'm saying is, first start, I'm saying the World Health Organization has flaws. It's not perfect, and I'm not utopian, I'm not an idealist per se, but I personally think it's unfair now to crow about early failings with hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, as we know. We can easily now pontificate about the early failings and what we should have done and maybe avoid lockdowns and the rest of it. But nobody had a clue when the pandemic broke out. And the development of all societies is in the end about trial and error. And the pandemic was a classic example of that. And now the WHO is trying to consolidate what's happened. And yes, there will always be criticism about management, especially because health issues are hugely political. And dare I say, pan-national organizations need, in my opinion, technocrats. That is to say, people using technology to solve global problems. And again, the difficulty is when people try to use such organizations for political reasons. But I think we can try to deal with that with more scrutiny. And the great irony, of course, is that if the more democratic you become, in fact, with an organization like the World Health Organization, then the more political it in fact becomes. So what you really need is the best medics in the world, the best administrators to coordinate policies.